Hey guys, it's QuickyBaby and welcome back to World of Tanks. This time I'm playing in probably my favorite tank in the game, the Comet. If you didn't already know by now, you probably haven't been around on this channel very long. This video is going to be a bit of a shorter one. Now, why is that? Because I'm going to be releasing 3 videos over the weekend on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with brand new tanks. All 3 of the brand new tanks will be fully reviewed on this channel, so you're just going to have to make do with a bit of a shorter kind of gameplay today, because I have been so busy making videos. And also, tomorrow is my birthday. Yay for me, I'm going to be 28. Oh dear. It's getting real now. I'm only joking. So yeah, I won't be able to... I've had to invest the time now, and so I guess I'm putting out a bit of a slack video today, but you guys are going to have to put up with that, because it's my birthday, and I'll make it up to you guys actually on my birthday, and then on Saturday and Sunday, with full tank reviews of 3 brand new tanks coming in. You've got the Skoda T40, the first Czechoslovakian tank. We've also got the M4A1 Sherman, which is a Tier 8 French premium medium tank with probably the best gun on any Tier 8 premium tank in the game, I'd say. And also, finally, we're going to be looking at a brand new Tier 10 Soviet medium tank, the T22. But let's not focus on that right now. Let's focus on the Comet. And what am I doing here? Well, at the beginning of the game in my medium tanks, what I like to do is to find a position where I'm able to get vision on the enemy. Luckily, there's no artillery in this game. Half the enemy are Tier 8 and half are Tier 7 and below. And this rock provides you a lot of cover. What you'll find is that if you go up here, you're going to get shot by all the people that like to sneak around here in the tank destroyers. So don't do that. You're going to be very unwell very quickly indeed. However, poking up and using your gun depression over this ridgeline allows you to extend vision into here. And as we could see, we saw a lot of enemies. And that's really important for your team. It allows your heavies to figure out what is going to be going around the east and what they're likely to engage. As we can see, there's a lot of heavy tanks that my team are going to have to deal with. So what I'm doing right now is I'm actually proxy spotting that Tiger 2. And whereas you don't see the ribbons in the replay system, during the live game, and for everyone who watched this on the live stream, which I believe this is a game from Tuesday, you could see assistants popping up, assistants popping up, assistants popping up. Now, as soon as I got rid of the Tiger 2, that means that my approach up the slope should be safer. One thing that's interesting there is that my sixth sense didn't go off, so it looks like I can manage to sneak up the hill and embrace the inner mountain goat. I'm not even joking. The Comet has an insane ability on hills. It's lovely, it's got a good engine power to get yourself up those slopes, and when you do, you got 12 degrees of gun depression. So what I'm doing here is making a calculated risk. If I tried to do this a couple minutes ago at the start of the game, it's very likely that the enemy team, who are still sort of around here, would have absolutely annihilated me in this area. It's specifically this part here that is a kill zone on this map. If you're a light tank driver, you'll know it is a risky play to try and go up here at the beginning, because of the shots and the easy shots they can get on you as you go up here, especially when you have to turn left and you drive in a straight line. That's just shots straight into your back. But I've assessed the situation and figured out that this flank is getting absolutely annihilated. But with 12 degrees of gun depression, can we make the difference for our team? That T-29 physically can't elevate his gun up high enough to shoot me, and we are able to shoot down on his fairly okay, but also mediocre hull armor at the front, because whereas it's great when it's angled, when you're shooting down on it, it's very weak. And so having the 12 degrees of gun depression on the Comet combined with a very mediocre penetration of 148 means that you can still get through even a heavy tank's armor, which is lovely. So I've changed my position here because from here he has to elevate his gun further. But the T-29 is so sneaky. He misses, and I know with my great rate of fire that I can put another 2 shots into him before he reloads. That's something that's super important in World of Tanks. As you play more games, you know reloads on more tanks, and you know how many shots you can sneak in. Oh my word, he manages to put one into us, but we're aiming at the back of his tank where his fuel tanks are, and there we go, lit him right up. Lit him up like bonfire night, as frequently some of the British crew do say. So we dealt with that T-29, and where did he hit us? Oh, look at that. He must have snuck in a shot right on the mid-bar. And now we're aiming at this IS. Now I decide to take a shot from this guy, because if I pulled back, he might snapshot me, and then I would be able to do no damage to him. And I thought, if I take a shot, at least I can secure the kill. Now we put 3 good shots into the IS, but I made a bit of a misplay with the last shot. I tried to aim down on his front plate. He angled his tank very well there. In retrospect, I should have loaded an APCR round for the last shot. When I'm confirming kills in the Comet, especially once the enemy have figured out where you are, and they've angled their armor towards you, it's very useful to just make sure that you don't miss that last shot with the 208mm of penetration on the APCR rounds. And I'm trying to bait a shot from this IS here, but he's not biting. Come on, Mr. IS. Okay, now he's turned his attention to someone else. I can see his turret has turned, and that allows me to put 1 into him. Oh no, it missed. Is he going to kill me? Oh, thank goodness he missed. What a disaster there. Shouldn't have aimed that one in the third person, but luckily we finish him off. Now we've taken out the tanks that are further away from us, and let me show you what I mean. Basically, when you're trying to go above your opponents like this, if there are opponents down here, then obviously the angle of elevation that they need is less. And the T-29 were kind of like guards. Now that I've taken out both of the guards, that allows me to get above tanks that literally are going to be absolutely helpless. Now this is a very important moment here. What you see me doing is actually wedging my tanks up. I'm wedging my tracks up one side. And that means that I get the 12 degrees of gun depression from my turret. And then I'm also getting this angle here of how I'm angling my tank. So this is a very important tactic to use. And it enables us to do 1,310 damage to a tier 8 heavy tank for absolutely no return. So when you need more gun depression in World of Tanks, look for slopes that you can try and wedge your tank up. It will allow you to depress your gun further and be able to get awesome shots in positions that the enemies might simply didn't think were possible. So now we see an IS-2, a tier 7 Soviet heavy tank. And it is the Soviet one because, as we can see, it is part of the Berlin trio. And from here, we can just sneak our shots in. We killed his commander with that first shot by the looks of it. Maybe he won't have the vision now. He spotted us anyway. We saw Sixth Sense go off. And it looks like he doesn't know what's happening. He lurches forwards, figures out what's happening, starts to aim his gun towards us right at the last minute, but it's too late. We got shots right into his cupola. We'd killed his commander, we'd killed his gunner, another free kill there on a heavy tank. And they just don't stop coming. Look at this. The IS-3 on my team, who is in Reddit, and a big shout out to you, Mr. Fisk. You were actually being very nice during this game and doing some really good work, and I felt like we had some really good synergy and teamwork in this game. So thank you so much for this game with you, buddy. So yeah, we just confirmed a kill on the IS-3 there. You'll see that I fired another APCR round, because if I'd missed, he would have killed me. I'm happy to bounce shots when it doesn't mean that I'm going to be dead in the game. But when the enemy only has 80 hit points left and you literally cannot afford to lose, it's far better to take that RNG out of the plus and minus 25%. So unfortunately for us, the enemy team are ripping on ahead. And we've got this T-44 who's lost all his health, and a Charioteer who's lost all his health. And the IS-3 tries to push on into a Centurion and dies as well. Absolute disaster for our team. But luckily I'm able to start slamming shots into the SP-1C, and just check out how good the rate of fire on the Comet here. He finally manages to spot us, and it's time to GTFO. We're on 5 kills here, and we've done 4,300 damage in a tier 7 medium tank. Probably the best tier 7 medium tank, at least for that situation up on the hill. And even if I was to die here, which it could be happening very soon. Ooh, spoilers, spoilers. I feel like I've still had a pretty damn good game. But 5 kills is not a Top Gun. Let's see if we can find it. Come on, Centurion. Give it to me. There's 1 into his side. That's great. That means that we only need to put 2 more into him statistically to take him out of the game. The LC AMX is doing a really good job for us. He's getting vision. And that should allow us to find the Centurion, ill-prepared, and take him out. There's 1. There's 2. Oh gosh, a full health T-28 prototype. Don't want to deal with him. Also, the enemy are starting to cap my base. So right now what I was thinking is let's progress our way along here, all the way around, and then maybe I can try and sneak my way around here to try and defend the base from this corner. But unfortunately for us, the enemy have got other plans for my poor Comet with 317 hit points left. We spot the SP-1C. We take a shot at him and oh, it misses! Disaster! We put one into him. Does he have the autoloader? Yes, he does. Damn you, Obama, for that kill on the SP-1C. We were very close, just a millisecond away from winning our duel against the SP-1C at the end of the game there. It's a shame that he was using that dastardly little autoloader on the tank, which enabled him to slam the shell back in and finish us off. Nevertheless, this was still a fantastic game for the Comet, and hopefully it helped out a few of you medium tank drivers who are around the midpoint and still trying to get to grips with positioning and how to deal with equal and higher tiered heavies in your medium tanks, and it's all about positioning. And sometimes you do have to embrace the inner mountain goat. So let's just take a very quick look at the post-game stats. So despite the defeat, this was still a fantastic result for the Comet. Over 19,000 WNA, a high caliber and a Top Gun medal. This was 1,800 base experience points. I don't think I've ever had a Comet game where I've done 4,800 damage and still lost the game. And again, a shout out to Mr. Blisk, who without we certainly would have just completely got destroyed in this game. And also, hashtag GoldNoob, we managed to net ourselves a tasty 32k profit, despite a few APCR rounds. So hopefully you guys still enjoyed this video despite it being a bit of a quick one, and I will make it up to you this weekend, and that's because I'm going to be doing a full review on the first Czechoslovakian tank in the game. This is the Skoda T40, followed by the M4A1 Sherman Revolveries. And just you guys wait until you see what the capabilities of this 105mm gun are on a Tier 8 premium tank. And also coming this weekend is the brand new Tier 10 Soviet medium tank, the T22 Medium. So that's videos coming out Friday, Saturday and Sunday unless a disaster comes this weekend. And also, as I usually do, I will be doing an Ask Me Anything on my Twitch channel, actually on my birthday tomorrow, starting at the usual time of 5 o'clock UK, and I'll do it for about an hour and a half, so hopefully I'll see you guys there. And as always, thank you so much for watching, you've been epic, and hopefully I'll see you soon.